Independent educational content, views and opinions are entirely my own and do not reflect the official policies or positions of Akamai Technologies. All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking exactly how Akamai's content delivery and performance products tackle what I like to call the modern digital imperative. We're going to go on a deep dive into this incredibly powerful product category and see how Akamai flawlessly delivers apps, high-quality video, and these rich digital experiences closer to customers literally wherever they happen to connect around the globe.
So, with that quick bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right into the really fascinating mechanics of how the modern internet actually scales.
Here's our roadmap for the Akamai portfolio today. We'll start by looking at the power of the edge. Then we'll hit adaptive media delivery, download delivery, ION and API acceleration, the image and video manager, and finally wrap things up with global traffic management.
Okay, Section 1, the power of the edge, solving the middle mile bottleneck.
So look, there's a universal truth in the tech world today, right? Distributed applications absolutely require a distributed architecture. You just can't build a globally responsive app if all your data is sitting in a single centralized server room somewhere. The physics of the internet just won't allow it. Take a look at the progression here. We go from that blue core setup with maybe tens of locations to the green distributed model with hundreds, and then finally to the orange edge with literally thousands of locations. This is the whole local distribution metaphor in action. Because instead of forcing all your global users into this massive cross-country highway traffic jam just to fetch data from a core server, Akamai actively pushes your content into over 200 countries and territories. By mirroring your HTML, CSS, and media objects on servers located right at the network edge, I mean literally the last mile before it hits the user, you entirely bypass that congested middle mile bottleneck. It's an absolute game changer.
Moving right along to Section 2, adaptive media delivery, flawless streaming at scale.
We all know today's global audiences demand instant, uninterrupted access to their live and on-demand video. They have zero patience, and honestly, a ton of other viewing options if your stream happens to fail. To meet that intense demand, adaptive media delivery supports every major standard out there. We're talking HLS, HDS, smooth streaming, MPG-, and CMAF. And Akamai backs all of this up with a 100% uptime service level agreement. That is huge. Plus, it's optimized for adaptive bitrate streaming, so it's adjusting in real time depending on whether a user is sitting on a blazing fast fiber connection or a spotty mobile network. This guarantees that when you get hit with sudden massive spikes in global viewership, like say during a huge live sports event, your stream just doesn't buffer. Because let's face it, buffering during a critical moment, that permanently damages your brand reputation and absolutely kills your ad revenue.
Next up, Section 3, download delivery, conquering massive file transfers.
Now imagine the immense stress on your infrastructure when you have to push out a massive day one video game patch or a highly anticipated software update to millions of users all at the exact same time. It's a nightmare, right? Well, download delivery is explicitly optimized for these heavy lifts, specifically files over 100 megabytes. By using this really intelligent tiered distribution caching layer, the tool drastically offloads traffic from your origin servers. This beautifully improves download completion rates for your users, making their experience totally seamless. And, from a business perspective, it means you can comfortably handle massive growth, like 30% or more annual growth in download traffic, without having to constantly plan and fund these costly infrastructure upgrades. The network basically absorbs the shock for you.
All right, let's pivot to Section 4, ION and API acceleration, accelerating sites and APIs.
When we look at the dynamic, interactive side of the web, speed and agility are absolutely the keys to customer loyalty and ultimately conversion rates. But not all web traffic is created equal, which means we really need a toolbox approach here. Over on one side, you've got heavy, dynamic web pages that need rich, contextually aware browser optimization, and that is the domain of Akamai ION. But over on the other side, you have the hidden internet. These are the lightweight, high-volume, transactional programmatic requests. This is exactly where API acceleration shines. It's purpose-built to rapidly offload XML and JSON payloads. By separating these two streams, you're able to apply the exact right optimization strategy to the right type of traffic.
Let's zoom in on Akamai ION for a second, because the feature set is incredibly powerful. ION continuously monitors real user behavior and actually uses machine learning to dynamically apply optimizations, like Brieflytech on-the-fly compression to shrink page weight. It also uses this awesome feature called SureRoute. It literally races different paths across the internet to find the fastest route around congestion. Pretty cool, right?
Plus, it leverages the latest HTTP/3 and QUIC protocols to drop latency and speed up connection times. And the best part? It automates the delivery of these fast, secure experiences so your DevOps teams aren't burning out trying to manually tune performance for every single browser and device type out there.
Okay, Section 5, Image and Video Manager, Intelligent Visual Optimization. Picture a shopper trying to buy a product, but they're stuck on a really slow 3G cellular network. They still demand a highly visual e-commerce experience to feel confident in hitting that buy button, but heavy, unoptimized images are going to completely stall their load times. The Image and Video Manager fully automates the solution to this exact problem, and it does it without any manual coding whatsoever. If you look at this 4-step workflow, you basically just point the system to your pristine, high-res origin file sitting on your CMS. When a request comes in, the software automatically creates optimized derivative versions. It intelligently evaluates that user's specific device, their browser, and their network speed, caches those versions at the edge, and instantly delivers the perfect, tailored file. So, if that shopper's on a mobile device using Chrome, they automatically get a lightweight next-gen image format perfectly sized for their screen. That dramatically boosts load times, bumps up your SEO ranking, and simultaneously slashes your storage costs. It is absolutely a win-win.
Finally, Section 6, Global Traffic Management, Always On Availability.
So you've got all these amazing localized edge deliveries working beautifully, but to tie the whole shebang together, you really need an intelligent, overarching traffic cop. And that is exactly what Global Traffic Management, or GTM, gives you. GTM operates right at the DNS layer to address real-time internet conditions. It optimizes site availability and handles global load balancing by dynamically tweaking web traffic allocation based on server health and network congestion. By offloading these massive routing decisions to the Akamai Edge, you can instantly reroute users away from unexpected outages or overwhelmed data centers. It basically guarantees built-in reliability and redundancy, ensuring your digital doors never, ever close.
To summarize everything we've unpacked in this explainer today, we can map these modern digital challenges directly to their specific Akamai solutions. When you're dealing with spiky live video streaming, you deploy adaptive media delivery. For massive game and software updates, you lean on download delivery. When you need to accelerate those heavy dynamic web apps, Akamai Ion is your engine. For high-volume API transactions, you've got API acceleration. And to push heavy visual payloads over slow networks, you trust the Image and Video Manager. It really is a completely integrated suite designed to offload your infrastructure and maximize that end-user experience. As we wrap things up, I want to leave you with one final vital question to help evaluate your own architecture. How close are your digital experiences to your end users right now? Because, as we've seen today, in a world where performance dictates profitability, closeness counts. Keeping your applications, your video, and your digital experiences right at the edge of the internet isn't just a luxury anymore, it is the modern digital imperative. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive, and I hope it sparks some great ideas for your own digital strategies.